Hey there! Welcome back to the channel. Whether you're a student, a professional, or just someone who loves learning new things, you've probably wondered, what makes learning stick? Why do some people seem to grasp concepts faster, while others struggle? Well, it's not just about talent or intelligence. In fact, science has uncovered several key factors that promote effective learning. And guess what? You can use these strategies to supercharge your own learning process. So let's dive in. First up, active engagement. It's like exploring the universe. You don't just stare at the stars and expect to understand the cosmic dance. You gotta get your hands dirty, make observations, test hypotheses. Similarly, learning isn't a passive activity. It's not just about reading a textbook or listening to a lecture. It's about actively engaging with the material. Think of your brain like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. When you actively engage, you're essentially giving your brain a mental workout. Studies show that when you actively engage with the material, like taking notes, asking questions, or even teaching someone else, you're far more likely to retain information. For example, instead of just passively watching a video, hit that pause button every now and then and ask yourself, what did I just learn? How can I apply this in the real world? Does this connect with something I already know? This simple act of reflection, of forcing your brain to interact with the information, can make a huge difference. So next time you're learning something new, get involved. Don't just be a spectator in your own learning journey. Write it down, discuss it with a study buddy, or even try explaining it to a friend. Remember, the more you interact with the material, the more it sticks. Next, we have spaced repetition. We've all been there, cramming for a test at the last minute, fueled by caffeine and desperation. Cramming might help you pass that immediate test, but it's not a recipe for long-term learning. It's like launching a rocket into space without any fuel for the journey. It might get off the ground, but it won't reach its destination. Instead of cramming, imagine spreading out your study sessions over time, like strategically placed stepping stones leading to your ultimate learning goal. This, my friends, is the power of spaced repetition. This technique helps your brain retain information more effectively for the long haul. Here's how it works. Review the material today, then again in a few days, and then maybe a week later. Each time you revisit the material, you're giving your brain a chance to strengthen the connections between neurons, making the information stickier and easier to recall later on. And the best part? There are amazing tools out there like Anki and Quizlet that can help you implement spaced repetition effortlessly. These apps use algorithms to schedule your review sessions, so you're reviewing the information just when you're about to forget it. It's like having a personal learning assistant. Remember, when it comes to learning, consistency beats intensity. Chapter 3. The Power of Sleep. Recharge your brain, supercharge your learning. Now, let's talk about something we all love. Sleep. Yes, you heard that right, sleep. We often think of sleep as a passive activity, a time when our brains shut down and recharge. But in reality, our brains are incredibly active during sleep, working tirelessly behind the scenes to consolidate memories and make sense of the day's experiences. Think of it like your brain is throwing a massive party. And sleep is when the cleanup crew comes in to organize everything and put things back in their proper place. Did you know that sleep is crucial for learning? When you sleep, your brain processes and consolidates the information you've learned during the day, transferring it from short-term to long-term storage. It's like downloading information from a USB drive onto your computer's hard drive. Sleep is what makes that transfer possible. Research shows that pulling an all-nighter can actually harm your ability to retain information. It's like trying to run a marathon without stopping for rest. You might make some progress initially, but you'll eventually crash and burn. So, if you're serious about learning, about truly mastering new skills and knowledge, prioritize getting 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep every night. Your brain will thank you for it. Chapter 4. Growth Mindset. Embrace the power of yet. Now let's shift gears and talk about a concept that's near and dear to my heart, the growth mindset. This isn't just some feel-good motivational jargon, it's a fundamental shift in perspective that can unlock your learning potential. You see, a growth mindset is the belief that your abilities, your intelligence, your talents, your skills are not fixed traits set in stone. Instead, they're like muscles that can be developed and strengthened through dedication, effort, and a healthy dose of perseverance. People with a growth mindset don't shy away from challenges. They embrace them as opportunities for growth and expansion. They understand that setbacks and mistakes are not signs of failure, but rather stepping stones on the path to mastery. If you find yourself thinking, "I'm just not good at this," try reframing it with the power of, "Yet, I'm not good at this yet." That simple word "yet" opens up a world of possibilities. It acknowledges where you are in the present moment while embracing the potential for growth and improvement in the future. Embrace mistakes as part of the learning process. Remember, every expert, every master in their field was once a beginner who dared to start, to stumble, to learn, and to grow. Chapter 5. Multisensory Learning. Engage your senses. Ignite your learning. Last but not least, let's talk about multisensory learning. We humans are sensory creatures. We experience the world through a symphony of senses: sight, sound, touch, taste, and smell. And when it comes to learning, the more senses you involve in the process, the more engaging and memorable the experience becomes. It's like the difference between reading about the wonders of the universe in a textbook versus experiencing the awe-inspiring vastness of space through a powerful telescope. For example, instead of just reading a textbook, try watching a video on the topic. Create flashcards with vivid images and concise explanations. Draw diagrams or mind maps to visualize the connections between concepts. If you're learning a new language, listen to music or podcasts in that language. Even discussing the topic with others can be incredibly powerful. Explaining concepts to someone else forces you to organize your thoughts and identify any gaps in your understanding. And here's a bonus tip. Handwriting notes, instead of typing them on a laptop, can also boost retention because it engages your motor skills and adds a tactile element to the learning process. So, mix it up. Use visuals, sounds, and even movement to make your learning experience more dynamic and engaging. So there you have it, 5 science-backed tips to help you unleash your inner learning machine. Remember, learning is a journey, not a destination. It's a lifelong adventure that should ignite your curiosity and fill you with a sense of wonder. Embrace these strategies, experiment with different approaches, and discover what works best for you. Keep asking questions, keep exploring, keep pushing the boundaries of your knowledge. Because as I always say, the universe is vast and full of mysteries, and there's always something new to learn.